to Our Side of Story podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Taira.
I'm Daizah.
And we're getting excited because we're rolling into the even deeper into our double digits episodes. So this is episode 14.
Yeah.
14. That is insane to think about. Beautiful, but we still got a long road ahead of us. Let me see. So our last question of the day that we had with our special guest was, what is something that you know that you're pretending not to know? And I really sat there because I think it's a double-sided question. I think if you were to ask somebody like, what's something you know that you pretend not, or like what do you pretend not to know?
Yeah.
I think people would say, oh, I play dumb all the time. Like, if you ask me a dumb question, I'm gonna play dumb type. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's like the superficial way that I thought about the question. And then I thought about it as like, okay, what is something that I know, but I'm turning a blind eye to?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm acting like I don't know for maybe to protect myself, protect somebody else, whatever the case may be. But I truly cannot come up with anything because I feel as though I don't pretend to hide stuff. Or I don't pretend to not know stuff. Unless I am doing the superficial thing and playing dumb, like, oh, for real? They did that for real? When I already knew. You know what I'm saying? But I will say, look, y'all don't come for me when I say this, all right? I don't eat pork, okay? I don't eat pork for my own reasons, not for religion or anything like that. But when I go to Waffle House, honey, and I tell them, give me the Texas bacon, egg, and cheese. I pretend that bacon is not pork. I will not give up a bacon, egg, and cheese from Waffle House
so
to
you
save
do
my
eat
life.
pork.
That's my blind eye that I turn. It's not pork. Let me get one to go too. No, and that's the only thing I can really say that I turn a blind eye to, for real, when it comes to like my diet, which is what I shouldn't be doing, but it is what it is.
Maybe you're just not aware of it right now, of anything.
What do you mean?
Like you're not aware of anything
that I'm pretending.
Yeah.
And maybe so, because I really sat with that question, trying to figure out like, what is something that I really turn a blind eye to? Because I think it's in human nature for us to do that. For the protection of ourselves or
putting something under the rug.
That part.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't like pinpoint, And honestly, I probably need to do even deeper self-reflection to identify. Because it might be something that is buried too deep that I've let just kind of, we never gonna touch that.
Yeah.
So I might need to sit with that a little bit longer. What about you?
That.
Yeah.
Right there.
Oh, okay.
Mine would definitely have to be knowing something that can cause hurt or conflict within relationships, and just avoiding it. Yeah. Like avoiding conflict has definitely been one of my biggest things right now. And we talked a little bit about it, but just doing it to keep the peace and for the convenience of certain things in the dynamics of relationships. Yeah. I think I'm having a hard time doing so because I'm in a period of life where it's just like, I cannot get stuck. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I don't want to get stuck. And there's just certain expectations that I have for myself as of recently that I don't want to fall into traps that we've not been conditioned to, but in certain moments, like we can get used to those things. And I think I just had a self-awareness moment today with myself. And now that I'm aware of it, it's like, all right, I don't want to crash out. As if we use today's terms, I don't want to crash out, but I also don't want to fake this funk of
everything's good, we're good when we're not.
Yeah. But it's like the more that I avoid the conflict and keep the peace, I just know that maybe it is resentment, maybe it's not. Or maybe it is, I don't even know what it is right now. I'm still trying to identify, but I just know that if I keep avoiding it, it's just going to get deeper and I don't want to mess up those relationships.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. I'm going to have to sit with this for sure.
Very interesting. Yeah. So pretending to kind of hide how it really is to protect the peace.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, you said the word resentment. you don't have to go into depth about like how long the pretending has been going on. But wouldn't you say that resentment has probably already built up to this point? Or has it not gotten to that point?
I would say resentment has it's definitely there.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where I just feel like I'm in my head so much that I'm not sure if I'm wrong or if I'm right. So I'm also not going to say anything. And then when I do say something, it's like, okay, maybe I'm wrong. So I'm just going to keep my mouth shut, you know?
Yeah.
But then it's like, okay, well, I also do see this and I know that's not right.
Right.
But I don't know, I think I just have a hard time, like vulnerability and having those uncomfortable conversations and not knowing how to like word certain things. Like that's hard.
Yeah, I agree. Especially depending on who's on the other end of that conversation. Because some conversations, like I'm so okay having an uncomfortable conversation with certain people.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like certain individuals, let's say like my mom or my husband, those are people that I'm like, okay, those are people I would want to keep the peace with. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, let me tailor this conversation very strategically so I don't step on toes. When honestly, what I should be doing is stomping on some fucking toes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like other people, hey, this is what it is. I'm not pretending with you with this. Like, you pissed me off or you're doing this, da 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 da. I can't hide how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? But with certain people, it is harder for sure. I agree.
It's just like a second guess type of thing. Like, I don't know why I keep second guess. Like, okay, maybe they are right. And I'm wrong. Like, maybe I really am the problem. But am I the problem?
Are you gaslighting yourself?
I don't know. I just like, I have so many thoughts in my head and then I feel like I have a hard time piecing things out.
Yeah.
To like break it down. All right, this is that. What happened here? Why? You know, like identifying what it truly is. And so that's why I keep my mouth shut. But like, I know keeping my mouth shut is not good.
No, it's only, honestly, it doesn't hurt anybody but you because you're the one that's having to live with it. Because if you don't have a conversation or you don't hint that something's wrong, the other person will never know. You know what I'm saying? They always think shit's sweet because of the fact that I'm keeping the peace. Things are sweet. We're good.
But it's almost like we both know that we're keeping the peace.
Now that's a whole different story. If both of y'all are just keeping the peace. And I feel like, honestly, this is an inside conversation. Like, we know what we're talking about, but it may not even make sense to our audience. Yeah. So this is a conversation that, honestly, Daizah and I are talking out in real time. So this is a behind closed door conversation. However, hopefully some of the things that we're talking, like some of the things that we're saying, can be tailored to some of y'all out there that are having conflicts within yourselves, keeping the peace with people when you should be having those hard conversations. You're pretending that everything's all good when really it's not. Now, going back to you, as far as both parties knowing that there's a problem, but you're just showing face to keep the peace. Interesting.
Yeah. And it's one of those things too, it's just like, all right, you're trying to be the person that changes the dynamic of the family.
Yeah.
But it's so hard. Like to be that person to truly change.
Yeah.
Bad habits that have been there for years. It's like, damn, one against how many, you know? So it's like when these situations arise, I'm just like, fuck it.
It's another tally mark on the board.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Like, it's fine. This is normal. Like, just let it be. And if you need to, separate yourself and go create the life that you want. Because sometimes I feel like I can't do it with the people that I have close to me. And maybe it's just the way I say things, for sure. Like my approach to it. It's not what you say, it's like how you say it.
How you say it always. You know? That's always what it boils down to. Always. Yeah. Sorry, I'm having to like readjust because, it's hot down there right now. I had the bright, off topic. I had the bright idea to go get a wax right before this, a Brazilian. And ladies, y'all can relate. Men, y'all probably can too. When they snatch that shit, it just at least like an after little sting that just doesn't go away for a few hours. So that's what I'm dealing with at the moment. Yeah, so continue.
I don't know how you do those damn things.
Brazilians? Oh, there's no other way. You have to. Get every single
because
follicle.
Of razor bumps, or you just do them because you like them?
I don't like them, trust me. Like when they say beauty is pain, they meant a Brazilian wax. I do it. I have very sensitive skin. So yes, I do. I used to get razor bumps when I shaved. And we're going so off topic, bro. My bad. I didn't mean to shift gears like that. But yeah, I get razor bumps in with a Brazilian, like it gets everything. You know what I'm saying? When you shave, you still see the little black hairs and they grow back within 24 hours. You know what I'm saying? Literally. So I need that. Give me 3 weeks of, cuteness down there. You know what's crazy?
What?
So I tried this new place because I usually go to, I'm not going to put them on blast who it is, but I usually go to one waxing spa here in Vegas. But I tried something new because it was right up the street from the Airbnb. This girl, she talked way too much for me. I'm like, okay, do your job and let's call it a wrap. She was like, I had a client come in right before you and this girl orgasmed. I'm like, excuse me? Y'all give happy endings here or something? Why is she orgasming?
Shut up.
I know she ain't orgasming to a fucking Brazilian. I know she ain't. And she said, yes. I said, that's insane. That girl definitely likes, what they call that? S&M. Because what? Ripping your coochie hair off and you, yeah, no ma'am. Go see Jesus.
No, that's ridiculous. I've never heard of that before.
Never heard of somebody orgasming to a fucking wax. That was the insane information for me today. I just tried to picture what could it be? I don't know.
Maybe I'm like, her body was over.
Good for her though. Good for her for getting her rocks off. Because a lot of women have trouble getting their rocks off, honey.
Ooh, that's a real thing right there.
Oh yeah, and women out there know it
for sure.
Women out there know it. Sometimes you got to do the job yourself. I am blessed to say, and sorry, parents out there, I'm blessed to say that I don't have to do that job myself.
But there's a
lot of, oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. I was like a unpaid actress in the bedroom. You know what I'm saying? And that's a lot of women's case.
Absolutely.
You have to fake it until you make it. That's just what it is.
Sheesh.
It is what it is. So,
I'm still learning.
If y'all, having trouble out there getting your rocks off, go see old girl at the spa in Charleston here.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's a real conversation though. So I've talked to a few women and I've tried to figure this out because I feel like in our younger days, we're always just told, don't have sex, don't get pregnant, wear a condom. And I'm just like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
And now that I think about it, it's like, that is not sex education.
No. Okay, hold on. That is the other half to sex education.
That's surface level stuff though.
But that is stuff that definitely should be taught in school. Like how to put on a condom, how to, the different STDs and stuff that are out there that you can catch and how you can catch them. And you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Don't overlook that. Now that's important stuff.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay, I can agree with that.
Yeah.
I can agree with that. But we weren't taught about pleasure, what it takes to actually get there.
Oh, no.
All we know is it goes inside and
white stuff comes out. If you're lucky.
Not if you're lucky.
I mean, some men can't perform under pressure, but anyways. But where you were taking that, I can kind of see where you were taking that as far as you not being taught that, how to pleasure, whether that's be you pleasure yourself or pleasure the other party involved. Is that something that's appropriate to teach though? Or is that something that should be taught? Actually, then I asked myself that question. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I'm just saying because the body is made up of so many things,
Right.
And our sensations are almost everywhere if you really think about it.
Yeah.
And we're not taught that. Men are not taught how to satisfy women, you know? Because I've talked to my friends, I've talked to people close to me, and so 2 responses. One has said that they can have an orgasm no matter what.
Female?
Yes.
Wow.
No matter what.
Wow. That's her superpower.
Yeah, wow. I was like, damn, girl, for real?
Go off.
Yeah. And then one I talked to, she said that it's a mental thing. That no matter what, it's a mental thing. That she has to tell herself this, and the third, and she can orgasm. I'm just like, interesting. How? To me, it's not. But everyone has different experiences. I just think that nowadays, men are just like, they're there for one thing.
Absolutely. To get their rocks off, not the other person.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think that's, okay, taking it back down the line, if you look at old age time, it was never in the woman's interest to be pleased. You know what I'm saying? Like parents auction their kids off at 14, 12, 13, 14, 15. And what was their job? To bear children, not to enjoy the process. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
So I think that mindset, that mentality was set forth well before, today's age. And a lot of times people carry on that mentality without thinking, okay, this is a new day and age. Women and the man and the woman should be pleased in intercourse. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's funny. I'm not going to name the show, but the daughter, she's like 16, 17, and she came to her parents like, I'm ready to have sex. And they're like, okay, interesting. Like, you don't want to talk about it? And she's like, no, I'm ready. I've made the decision. I'm going to do it. So the mom's like freaking out, but she's like that. I forgot what she called herself, like the cool parent, but also like the understanding parent that she wants her daughter to be able to come to her about anything. Yeah. And so the daughter walks away and she's talking to her husband like, I don't know what to do. Like, oh my God, we taught her we taught her to have safe sex, so I know she's gonna be good. Blah blah blah. So she goes into the daughter's room. She's like, says her name, and she's like, Mom, I don't want to talk about it. I told you that. She was like, I just want to say one thing. Make sure you are pleased. Make sure your pleasure is prioritized just as much as his. And I was thinking to myself, like, damn, what if a parent told their child that in conjunction with telling them, hey, make sure you use a condom because babies are real, STDs are real, and da-da-da-da. Make sure you prioritize your pleasure just as much as you prioritize the other person.
Have you ever seen that book, She Comes First?
I've heard of it,
and
never read it.
And it's literally a papaya?
Yes, I've heard of the book, never read it. And I heard it's a phenomenal book too.
Yeah. So I had actually bought the book. Mm-hmm. And I read a little bit about it, but there's just so much information in there. It's ridiculous. I bet. If there's any book that I think men should read, it's that one. So I was like, so cliche, she comes first. Right. But it's like, she comes first.
Yeah. Know? It's cute. I love a good wordplay. Yeah. I love a good wordplay. Yeah. You want to know a fun fact? What? I swear the internet teaches me everything. I shouldn't have even
TikTok.
I shouldn't even have went to school.
Reels.
Like, I learned everything on TikTok University. I swear.
It's ridiculous.
They said it takes approximately a man 8 minutes to make a baby, but it takes a woman 39,408 minutes to make a baby. Why? Because we do all the work. Yeah. So if you are going to sacrifice 97% of that process of making a baby, you better get in there and do it right. You better coach his ass. You better get down and do it right. You better make it worth my time.
No, literally.
What? 39,408 minutes.
That's ridiculous.
That's 3 versus 97%. Yeah. You better get back in there and do it again. If I ain't.
Oh, you better learn how to hold out.
Yeah, no ma'am. No ma'am. You get back in there and do it again. Ding, ding, ding. Fight. No, but seriously. All these like random fun facts are coming to my brain right now because we're talking about she comes first and da-da-da-da. Go ahead. You got something to say.
We got to make it normal. We got to normalize telling when they ain't doing it correct.
Ooh. Now, there's a way to do that. And I absolutely agree that it should be communicated.
Didn't you just post a video? I was like,
oh, yeah. Yeah. Wait, you talking about the Chucky one?
Oh.
The Chucky video?
I was talking about when you're in one spot, you're about to orgasm, and then they move.
Oh, yeah.
Here, don't do that. Don't do Millie.
No. Like I said, I'm in a very sexually healthy relationship. Right, I'm good here. But yes, if somebody's not doing it right, that should be normalized. Communicating, hey, a little to the left, a little to the right, a little bit, come a little bit more over here. All right, like walk them through it.
Yeah,
but it's also a way to communicate because you don't want to hurt the man's ego.
Yeah. And when you be faking it, they be thinking they be doing good and then they switch it up. Like, why?
Right. Nobody told you to go from, floating in the ocean to motherfucking surfing. You know what I'm saying? we had something going.
It's definitely a hard conversation though.
Me personally, I don't think it is. Me personally. Because,
so how would you approach it?
Okay.
Because most of the time, I feel like women open their legs up to make sure that the man is pleased.
Absolutely.
To satisfy or like boost their ego.
Absolutely.
So therefore, they're not going to be like, hey, that was whack.
Trash. Like mediocre.
Yeah.
I shouldn't even, you wasted my time.
Yeah. And
so what I just went down the line and said those things, I've communicated that stuff before. And that's the wrong way to go about it. Like destroying that man's ego. You know what I'm saying?
So how do you do it the correct way?
So this kind of goes back into what we kind of talked about way back when. A female knowing how to talk and put on, little behaviors and gestures to get what she wants. Like women know how to caress and stroke a man's ego, right?
Mm-hmm.
I call it, okay. I don't know if you're familiar with the concept of shit sandwich.
No.
Shit sandwich? Okay. So you do good, bad, good. That's a shit sandwich. You did really good like this. I like when you put your tongue there and did a little roll around, da-da-da-da. But this? Fuck no. Hey, but you did a great job here too, though. So a shit sandwich. So you hide the truth within, other compliments. But, so that's one way I might do it. Praise, shit on, praise. Or say, hey, babe, that was good sex, but I think we can aim for great sex next time. Like, if maybe we could try this out, and you make it their idea. Like, oh yeah, you know what? I'm gonna get her ass this way next time. Put it in their head that it was their idea, but really you had to plant that seed. You know what I'm saying?
I guess for me, it's like a sense of insecure. I don't know. Is it insecurity? Like not being secure or confident in that. So to have that conversation with them, it's like, it's all right. Like, I don't know. I have just never been able to tell somebody.
Is this you keeping the peace again?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I need to get over that though.
Yeah. Because honestly, if the answer to that is really you keeping the peace as far as you being afraid to communicate that you keeping the peace might be showing up in a lot of other areas in your life that you aren't identifying. You know what I'm saying? I know, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to attack. But no, women and men should not be afraid. Because I feel like a man, they definitely not going to be afraid to tell you that your head was trash and this was, you know what I'm saying? I really do not feel like a man will show it in his actions too. One, that thing go, you know what I'm saying? It's inevitable for a man to show you that he's not being pleased. So why should a woman be afraid to say, this ain't doing it? And honestly, a woman will dry up,
For sure.
If it's not
that's
going.
Real.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I guess biologically we both can tell the truth, about how the sex is going or not.
I also think it's okay. Maybe it might not be insecurity. Maybe it's just a comparison thing in sex or intimacy where we know that they have this imagination or view of sex with women that when we get to bed, it's like not a comfortable space. Because I don't know, let's just say they watch pornography or you've caught them watching pornography. And it's like, when you look at that stuff on pornography and we're like, what the heck is
those are freaking acrobats and untamed zoo animals. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I'm not doing a quarter. I'm not doing a quarter of the shit she did. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, so it's like, all right, if I can just put this act on for him,
yeah,
then at least he's satisfied. So I don't know. I'm gonna have the balls to, I'm gonna gain the confidence to.
Don't tell me that you were secretly trying to tell me you watch porn so that you can learn how to do some of those things.
No.
To satisfy another man.
No.
Okay.
So I'm not going to say which relationship.
Okay.
But I used to catch him. I don't think I ever caught him actively watching porn, but there would be times where I would be like, can I see your phone? And then I would just like grab it and then like go to Safari when I needed to like search something up, and it would be
oh God.
that. And then like long times in the bathroom. I'd be like, what the heck are you doing? But there would be multiple times. So just from that, seeing it, and then being around cousins, I feel like in 5th grade, I remember specifically men be like, do you know what 6'9" is? So getting exposed to it at a young age, I'm like, what the heck is 6'9"? And they'd be giggling. I'd be like embarrassed.
Yeah.
You know? That's where the exposure came from.
I agree.
I didn't even know anything. Oh, and then, this is another. Okay. So, dang, I don't know if I want to say it. Close people around me, I would see, not personal tapes, but like, you know, back in the day, I don't even know if they had these in like Blockbuster or whatever, but it would be like DVDs.
The DVDs, yeah.
Yes. I would see those on the freaking TV and like the entertainment center. So,
at that person's house?
Yes, one of the person's house. So
I ain't gonna hold you. If you got that shit on DVD, you might need to see somebody. A real obsession.
But that's where that exposure came from. I'm like, what the heck is going on? You know?
Interesting.
Yeah. And I was at a young age.
Very interesting.
I don't even think I was in middle school yet.
Ew. Oh. Wait, pause. Wait. Okay, hold on. My timeline's really discombobulated now. You said you don't think you were in middle school yet. The guy that you were referring to?
No.
Okay, help me out here. What?
Of the family relative that had the DVDs.
Okay.
I wasn't even middle school when I came across those.
Got it. Okay. Understood.
So seeing that, I'm like, this is some crazy stuff right here.
Yeah.
Like they must be doing something that something ain't clicking. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Just not having the experience of sex. Like I don't feel like we were taught necessarily what sex means. Because when I was trying to have sex, it was just more like, I guess it's gonna hurt. This is gonna happen, and that's what's considered losing your virginity.
Interesting.
Like, were you ever taught?
No.
Okay. See,
my mom.
I know. I'm not the only one.
I think I was taught. I think I had like a bullet points breakdown. Like it wasn't like a thorough conversation.
Like what? Kiss first.
No,
make out next.
Not even that. Like
what?
This is what a condom is. This is how you take it out of the wrapper. This is how you put it on.
This is how you put it on him.
Having sex causes babies. Having sex, you can get diseases, some that won't go away. And that was it. Like it was a one slide PowerPoint bullet points.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But I also think my mom, because I was the middle child, I was the girl. My brother, I feel like he probably, I don't want to speak for him, he probably got like a full, thorough, explanation. Yeah. I don't know if, I doubt my mom told him like, put the girl's pleasure and da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
But I think he probably got more of an explanation. I was kind of getting the residuals of the conversation because I would sneak in and because she had this big ass bag of condoms. First of all, why the fuck did you have that? And that's Ziploc bag full of condoms. I think she got that from like a sex ed place for us when we started growing up. But I was so confused like when I was a kid and I seen that big ass bag of condoms. When I learned what condoms was, I'm like, That's at least 79 condoms in that bag.
That's
something you need to show us. But so I got the kind of like the residuals of my brother's conversation, because I would like sneak in and listen in. And then when it was my turn, it was like, do this, don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't
There's
do
more
this,
pressure
don't
on
do
the
this,
guy.
don't do this, don't do this. Yeah. So yeah, I don't think we're taught what sex means and really the art and the beauty of sex. We're just taught like kind of the bad of sex. Sex causes babies.
It's like a fear tactic.
Yeah.
When we're young.
Literally.
And that's why everyone's focused on do not get pregnant.
Yeah.
Do not get an STD.
And that was my biggest thing. Like, you couldn't catch me dead. And I'm so sorry to say this, because I know there's a lot of teen moms out there and moms who are in their 30s, 40s, 50s who was a teen mom. Mm-hmm. But I'm dodging. I just could not be a teen mom. I could not. Because I didn't want the stigma that's put on, teen moms. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no.
I was thinking about it when we were talking about pornography in my relationship. I would consider it cheating. But do you think that if your significant other was watching porn, would you consider that cheating?
No.
No?
No. But...
Why?
Why? And honestly, like, the first answer that came to my head was, a digital bitch could never compete with me. You know what I'm saying? What?
Why is it always about the competition for you? Like, as long as a person is not
That's
here.
why it was an intrusive thought. That's why I said the first thing that came to mind. That was an intrusive thought. But no, I wouldn't consider it cheating because of the fact that porn is not real. Like, it is not real.
But do you know what it does to the brain?
Yeah.
If someone is constantly watching it, it messes with the brain.
It's like high fructose corn syrup. It's addictive. It's like a drug. It's addictive.
So you would be okay with that?
No, absolutely not. I'm not okay with you being addicted to it and having a real problem not being able to pull yourself away from it.
Okay.
But the underlying question is, do I consider it cheating? No. Why? Because it's not real. It's like me watching a sex scene in a movie and boom, like, I don't know.
I don't compare that.
I don't know. I personally don't see
a problem.
See the problem in it. Now, mind you, this is what I would not like, but I still wouldn't consider it cheating. If we are having sex and you're thinking about another person, whether that be the
How
person,
would you ever know, though?
You never know. You would never know. But that, like, say you shared that information with me, that would be hurtful. And then we would have to talk about that. But I still wouldn't consider it cheating necessarily.
My thing is like, that probably happens so often.
What?
But people having sex and the men thinking about other women.
The little snow bunny on the video he just watched.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While having sex, because if it's consumed, he probably has this idea in his head. And if he's not getting that pleasure from her, then he has to put something else in the back of his head. You know what I'm saying? And it's not a physical cheat, but I feel like emotionally, depending on men who watch a certain amount of porn, or even if it's here and there, there's still some type of connection to the idea of it, which, if you want to break it down, it's called lust.
Okay. You saying some shit. I might be siding over there with you in a minute.
That's just me. No, and me personally, if I hear that shower running for way too goddamn long, and there ain't no movement, I'm questioning. Like, I don't know what it is. Actually, I do know what it is. I do know what it is. That's crazy. I used to never be able to identify it, but I know, because with my previous relationship and then some newer relationships, when it has happened, my blood like boils when I like know or find out that they're that they go to it, I get furious. I don't know what it is. Because I feel like it's like one of those things like, I am your partner, and I feel like it makes me feel like I can't satisfy you, or you're not satisfied over here, or you don't find me attractive, or like, what's wrong with me? But at the end of the day, it's not a me thing, it's a them thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't dare create an insecurity for myself.
Yeah.
Because they have, I don't want to call it a problem, but because they have extracurricular activities that I don't agree with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with me. That's a you thing. Yeah. Just keep it over there though.
Yeah,
but no, I definitely, I'm sure a lot of women would feel like that.
Yeah.
But to circle back as far as do I consider it cheating? I like how you said emotional cheating. I always think of cheating as like you texting somebody that you have access to, or like texting, physically doing something with somebody. That's kind of what I would consider cheating. But emotional cheat, that's a whole... Yeah, you said something. So I'm going to give it like a 75-25 of how I feel, whether I consider it cheating or not.
To me, also why I think it's a big problem to me is because I consider emotional cheating way worse than physical. Like, I feel like a lot of us women can get over physical cheating.
Yeah.
But when it's an emotional attachment,
yeah,
there's like real emotions in there that you feel, you know?
Yeah.
And we're emotion based, all of us. So it's like, nah.
Yeah. Ain't no coming back from it. It probably is a coming back from that, but it's way deeper than just, skin to skin contact, You got a point. All right, man. Honestly,
we need a male guest to come clarify.
You know what? We might need to talk about that in depth, because having a male's perspective on females faking orgasms, and
I'm sure they gotta know.
Yeah, they have to. They have to.
Because we can't just be boasting their egos and they go out there and...
We might need to put together a roster of who would be a good person
candidate
to talk about.
Have a whole...
What's your take on this? I honestly, no. I do want to circle back with
that. Like, what are those balloon pops?
Bro, we're going to talk offline. Okay. We're going to talk offline.
All right.
All right, but let's wrap this bad boy up, y'all. So, question of the day from this episode: what lesson turned into the ultimate blessing? Ooh. And I have a few little things that I can... Yep, this definitely did. Yep, this definitely did. Yeah. So once again, the question of the episode to this episode is, what lesson turned into the ultimate blessing? So thank you guys, as always, for tuning into Our Side of Story podcast. Once again, I'm Taira.
I'm Daizah.
And make sure y'all continue to like, follow, subscribe, comment, all the above, all right? And we'll catch y'all on episode 15.